Fun fact, ICE's AI billionaire, he was a leftist and an activist. That's right, CEO of Palantir Alex Karp grew up attending protests with his mother, who was an artist. And it's not one of those situations where he was like kind of forced into it as a kid and therefore he grew up and rebelled by becoming fascistic. He identified as a progressive. So what changed? I'll give you one guess. It's the money. It's always the money. His law school roommate was the prototypical Disney villain Peter Thiel, with whom he described having lively, lovely debates in their dorm room around Peter Thiel's capitalism with fascistic undertones and Karp's pro-socialist ideologies. Then Karp grew up, got a doctorate, spent some time in Germany, probably went a little broke. And when Thiel rang him up one day and said, "Hey, do you want to be the CEO of my new dystopic AI company?" Alex Karp was like, "Yeah, I think that's ideologically aligned with what I believe in," because it turns out his ideologies were malleable depending on where the dollars were coming from. Now, Palantir, the huge AI data company that does a ton of defense contracting, aka war contracting, and provides the kind of infrastructure that allows you to determine with near precision who your next target should be. Alex Karp tried to retrofit that company into his leftist ideologies and be like, no, this is still a very progressive thing to be doing. Absolutely. Karp has some crazy roundabout justification that's like, if we don't enact mass surveillance, then the country will become too fascistic because the lack of mass surveillance will allow for things that make people want mass surveillance. The logic doesn't make any sense. It only makes sense in the context of money and wanting to uphold the existing social structures. Because the more you get money, the more the things that matter to you matter less. Freedom is less important than security because when you have everything, you're so paranoid of it being ripped away. Suddenly, your incentive structure is, how do I maintain the status quo and the current societal hierarchies and make sure that I remain at the pinnacle of it with my billions and billions of dollars? Now, using AI to target people to remove from your country who might represent dissent from the hegemonic thinking, suddenly that becomes the most important ideology for you to adapt. Alex Karp is a great case study to show it doesn't matter where you come from. Unbridled capitalism can corrupt even the most progressive lefties.